Welcome back. Today I'm ranking non-binary and gender-fluid characters. I've always it's easier if they shared a tier list, because, yeah. So, there isn't a lot of non-binary representation. Like, there's probably more than I have the characters here, but, like, these are the only characters from things that I've, like, read and watched and gamed. I say that in every one of these videos, God. So, yeah. Also, like, there are, as you can see, there are some human non-binary characters, but, I just want to say, there's, like, a problem with non-binary representation where, like, it seems to be mostly reserved for non-human characters, so they technically can be any gender because they're not human, and it's like, we appreciate the non-binary rep regardless, but can we have more human non-binary characters, please? That'd be very, very good, actually. But, anyway, let's go on with the ranking, and ironically, D tier is a human. Asher. The only reason I'm putting Asher in the D tier is because I do like all these characters, but with Asher, the show never once called them by their pronouns. Like, it's like they purposefully avoided their pronouns, which I'm going to blame the executive producers for that, to be fair. I'm not going to blame any of the actual people that worked on it. But, yeah, you can definitely tell that they weren't allowed to actually call Asher they, them, which is upsetting. But, yeah, that's why they're in D tier. But also, Lake from Elemental is in D tier. Because Disney kind of want to pretend that they don't exist. They want to pretend that any movie they have with an LGBT character doesn't exist, so fuck you, Disney. But, yeah, that's the problem there. I do like their design, though, and they actually were voiced by a non-binary person, I think, so that's cool as well. But, yeah, the representation for Disney is not good right now. Sunstone from Steven Universe. They're the fusion of Garnet and Steven, and I'm just gonna say outright, I do like them. I love their personality. I love how, like, they break the fourth wall, but their design is an abomination. It really is. I get what they were going for, but oh my god. Like, and there are, the fusion gems, like, actually do exist on Homeworld. Like, there are, like, Homeworld equivalents to the fusions, and I have zero doubts that the Sunstones do not look like this. Like, honestly, one actual abomination is that. I can tell that the diamonds would definitely shatter any gem that looks like that, 100%. Anyway, Zero from Star Trek Prodigy. I only recently learned they were non-binary while I was watching Season 2. I haven't finished Season 2 yet, so no spoilers. They got a alien body because they were purple gas, again, non-human. Like, literally, now you're just making gas non-binary, are you kidding? But they got a humanoid body. As you can tell, it's still an alien, so yeah, but it's a little bit better. They now are in, like, a will-they-won't-they relationship with this Felican called Michelle or something, I think's her name. So I actually do wonder, will-they-won't-they? But again, I haven't finished Star Trek Prodigy, so no spoilers in the comments, please, but I do like Zero. Although, I do feel bad because I thought they were voiced by a woman the whole time, but it turns out they were voiced by a man the whole time, so that's a thing. KZ from, what's it called? The Dragon Prince is in B tier. I also didn't know they were non-binary until doing research for this video. As you can tell, I only learned that some of these characters were non-binary recently. But I like KZ's design. They're kind of like a librarian. They're like, I think they're like, yes, the royal advisor to Janae, who's the queen of the Sun Elves. I do like their design. I almost said her, my bad. They also talked about how they used to hide in the library when they were a kid and hide in, like, the return book slot, which was cute. I like that. They also know sign language. They translated Amaya's, like, sign to Janae, which was really cool. So yeah, KZ's a great character. I just wish they had more confidence in themselves because they're very shy. Anyway, Morph from X-Men. So I think they have called Morph they them a couple times, which is good. But again, a non-human character and a shapeshifter nonetheless. So they're technically more than one person. Ooh. So that's, yeah. I do like them though. They clearly have a crush on Logan though, but I don't know if Logan likes them back, but I do ship them 100%. In case you're wondering, Logan is Wolverine. The Collector. Is this the right tier? Yeah, B tier. Cool. I like the Collector. Their pronouns are actually he, they, so they go by both. So I'm going to be switching between them like they do in the show. He's like a god from the stars, but they fell out with, like, his whole family and that. So, yeah. They went down to, the Boiling Isles. They got captured by the Titans. Then he got freed by King, and then he, like, terraformed everything and turned everyone into dolls, and it was scary. They have absolutely no concept of death, though. They don't know what death is because, obviously, they're immortal. They're very overpowered, though. I feel like the only thing in the world that could beat him is Bill Cipher, but Bill Cipher's not in the Boiling Isles, so yeah. I won't spoil how he's defeated though, so if you're interested, go check that out yourself. Ship from Steven Universe. The first non-binary human character in the show. Technically, we'll get there. I like Ship a lot. They only appeared in one episode though, which was upsetting. They were one of the first non-binary characters I ever saw as well, which was cool. I remember when like the trailer for the episode came out and they were talking about Ship and they were using the pronouns. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. That made me really happy. I love little rep like this. I just wish they weren't in the last season and had more time in the episodes. Also, not including the green, they have the diamond colors on their vest, which is cool. I also can feel like they've had top surgery just the way their body is. I don't know if people will agree with me on that one. What tier are they in? A tier, alright. Cal from 6 Ed. They're one of my favorite characters. I like them a lot. They went for so much throughout the show. The head teacher tried to force them to wear the female uniform, but then they said they weren't wearing a skirt, and the teacher was like, fine, but you're wearing the female tie. But they still refused to wear the female tie, and then the head physically assaulted them for this. Like, she didn't hit them, but she, like, grabbed them and pushed them in a room so the school boards wouldn't see them. But the thing is, the head was called in to try and turn their school around and stop it from being a sex school, because that's what their school's known for. But the students still wanted it to be a sex school, so they protested and did a big show in front of the school board. And then Cal bursted out of the vents and flipped the head off, which she deserved, yeah. Later on when they went to a new school, though, they started wishing they could afford top surgery, but they couldn't afford it, and then they ended up almost killing themselves. Yeah, this actually happened. But the school, everyone in the school looked for them and found them, and then they all raised money to give them their top surgery. So yeah, that all worked out for them as well, at least. That's good. Masha from the Owl House. Even though they were only in 2 episodes, I wanted to rank them high because they're the reasons I paint my nails now. Because the first detail I noticed about them in their second episode, because their first appearance is actually before they like came out as non-binary, so they had like longer hair and they wore like a dress. But then when we saw them the second time, their hair was shorter and they had the non-binary colors painted on their nails. And that made me so happy because I've literally never seen that anywhere before, and on a Disney show no less. So after that, I started painting my nails. At first I started with the MLM flag, but then now I do all different patterns. Right now I have Jinx's nails from Arcane. And I change them like all the time. I don't really settle on a color. But yeah, I like Masha as well. I love how like they're into witchcraft and stuff. It's really cool. There's not a lot to say about them because they didn't get that much screen time, but still. What tier are you in? A tier. Smoky Quartz from Steven Universe. They're the fusion of Steven and Amethyst. And Steven's first gem fusion. I say gem because you'll see, we'll get there. At first, like, I wasn't sure if they were non-binary, I wasn't sure what gender they were, but then, like, it turns out they're non-binary, which makes sense. I love their design so much, their hair is cool. Also, in, like, the last season, they wear Steven's jacket around their waist, which I really love, that's so awesome. The only thing I don't like about them is the fact that they have 3 arms, because that doesn't make much sense to me, because, in case you didn't know, fusions have extra body parts, because obviously they're fusions, but, like, they're at least, like, even to how many body parts each gem has. So, like, Garnet has 3 eyes because Ruby has 2 and Sapphire has 1. And then every other fusion has either 4 arms, 4 eyes, or both. But since Steven and Amethyst both have 2 arms, shouldn't they have 4 arms? I don't know. I feel like it was a cool idea, but the execution didn't make sense. And I really love the episode when them and Sardonyx are in the temple, because it's the first episode to actually focus on the fusions as characters, because they're usually only used if, like, it's a dire situation. So, yeah, it was good to actually see them be characters for once. Anyway, Hermes from Stray Gods. This is the first character where, like, I instantly knew they were non-binary, because the rest I either had to be told or I had to Google it, but this was the first time I actually knew that they were non-binary straight away. The thing about Straight Gods is that, did I say straight? I meant Stray Gods. Is that, the gods are kind of like the Avatar, where, like, when they die, they'll pass their soul on to someone else. So, when the original Hermes was who was he, him died, it went into them. So, it's weird. So, they kind of have, like, a male's, like, memories, but, like, obviously they're not male, they're non-binary. Ironically, Hermes is, basically the mailman for, like, the Greek gods, so that's also ironic. But still, I like them a lot. I like their personality. I'm pretty sure you can end up with them as well, which is quite cool. So, yeah. I don't really know what else to say about them, so I don't want to keep it too long, so let's just move on to Rainbow Quartz. they're the fusion of Steven and Pearl. They're also the only gem that uses he pronouns, because they go by he, they. Steven's a human still, so he doesn't technically count in this, so, like, Rainbow Quartz is the first gem, like, who's a proper gem to go by he pronouns, which is cool. They're also voiced by a male actor. I don't remember his name, though. I also know he's a rapper, though, but he sang, like, a Mary Poppins song, which is so funny. He suited it, though. I liked it. But yeah, Rainbow Quartz is a very cool fusion. I love them so much. I love that they have rainbow powers, and their weapon is an umbrella that they use as, like, a, what's it called? Broomstick to fly around on. That's so awesome. They're clearly based on Mary Poppins. They've only appeared in 2 episodes, though, unfortunately. I wish they got more screen time. But their second episode's better than their first, because we got to know them a bit better. So yeah, that was cool. Felix from Heartstopper. The first non-binary character in Heartstopper. They're also in a wheelchair as well, which I love so much. I love characters on wheelchairs. Except for one who we're never mentioning by name ever on this channel. But yeah, Felix is a great character. They haven't had a lot of screen time, obviously, because they were really just there for Elle to make friends with at the art college. So that's kind of all I have to say about them. They did give Darcy advice about being non-binary, though, which is cool. Which segues into Darcy. Oh my god, can that stop happening, please? Sorry. There we go. Darcy is, I put head over Felix because, like, we actually get to see them realize that they're non-binary, and I really love that the show doesn't make it out to be a big deal. Because, like, even though I do like it, they make Nick coming out as bisexual a big deal, they make Isaac coming out as ace a big deal, but they didn't make Darcy coming out as non-binary a big deal, which I really love. I do like how, because Darcy and Tara are going out, so I don't know if, like, this technically means that Tara's not a lesbian anymore, because I don't know how that works, if someone can explain that to me, but they're still going out even after Darcy came out as non-binary, which I love. It's nice to know that it doesn't matter what their gender is to Tara, because they still love them. Like I said, though, they're one of my least favorite members of the Paris Squad, but after season 3, I like them a lot more, especially since they can be their authentic self, separate from their mum, and their grand supports them. Also, they only really made Darcy non-binary because their actor's non-binary, because in the books, that never happened, but still, I really like it. I'm glad that they made them non-binary. Hi, Beebs from the future again, literally, like, a few minutes after I just fixed my trans video. Yeah, there's another one, Chai from Moon Girl as well, the same episode. Again, I have only seen the 1 episode, but I love Ty as well. They deserve to be in the S tier as well. I'm excited to know more about them. I love their voice as well. Their voice, I instantly clicked they were non-binary. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, because I literally said everything I wanted to say in the, trans video that I redid, but, yeah, we're gonna have to, I'm going to add, I forgot to say it, but I am going to add the picture in post-production so that it looks like they're there the whole time. We're just going to roll with it, so I'm sorry. I forgot to say that in the last one, but yeah. So, you're going to see past me again in a couple of minutes, but yeah, sorry about that. I'm kind of cheating with this one. Mew. From Pokemon. So, if by this logic, I should really include all genderless Pokemon, but you know what? It's my list. I'll do what I want. I love Mew so much. It's my favorite mythical Pokemon. It's so mischievous, it's so adorable. In the first movie, it just doesn't give a shit about anything. And then obviously Mewtwo as well. I'll give Mewtwo an honorable mention. But yeah, I really love Mew so much. It's so cute. If you remember, I made my shiny Mew and my show non-binary as well. They actually do go by they, them pronouns. I never actually properly confirmed it until the finale, though. Which is kind of why I had that line about Mew being non-binary. So, but even then, no non-binary person owes you an explanation. Anyway, Lake from Infinity Train. They're my favorite character from Infinity Train because of their arc. So, they are Tulip's reflection, but they don't want to be a reflection anymore. They want to be their own person. So they escape the mirror world. This actually did happen. And their whole arc is trying to get off the train to find themselves. They make a friend, Jesse, along the way. But, like, when Jesse gets his door to leave the train after his number goes down, they can't leave because they don't have a number. You need a number to get off the train. But because of that, Jesse has to come back on the train, but he has an unsolvable problem because Lake can't leave the train. So Lake tricks 1-1, the conductor, by using the reflection of Jesse's number on their hand, and then they get to leave the train, and that's when they choose their name Lake, and I love it so much. Because before then, they just went by Mirror Tulip, but The name Lake, oh, I love it so much. It suits them so well. I really do love it. I love Lake so much. I might watch Infinity Train again at some point, because even though it was cancelled, the way that the show is, you can actually watch each season as an individual show, which I like. So that's nice. Stevonnie from Steven Universe. So, this is what I was talking about earlier. So, Stevonnie is technically not a gem. They're a human, because they're a fusion of Steven and Connie, because Steven confused with humans, which I never really was explained, to be honest. So, Stevonnie is non-binary, gender fluid, and intersex. So, you're all thinking to yourself, you said fusions have multiple body parts. Stevonnie doesn't. Yes, they do. But that's all I'm going to say. They also grew facial hair in one episode. Like, it's really great to see intersex rep. I really love Stevonnie a lot. Also, I don't remember where this was, but I saw, like, a thing, not a meme, but, like, a little, post where, like, someone asked their, like, older sibling what gender fluid was, and then they told them that's when you're a boy and a girl at the same time, and then they replied, oh, so like Stevonnie. Representation matters, people. Representation matters. The Doctor from Doctor Who, obviously. So, even though, like, technically they're not, like, he's not non-binary, I am including him as gender fluid because he can change his gender, as we saw, because he was a female Doctor for a while. So, yeah. Even though David Tennant's my favorite Doctor, I used Shuigawa because he's the current one. I thought that was fair. So, yeah, I really do love the Doctor a lot. Obviously, if you know, he was the last surviving of the Time Lords from the Time War with the Daleks, and now he just spends his time in his TARDIS going around time and space saving people, which is really cool. He gets a new companion all the time as well. His last companion was Ruby, but I don't know if she's coming back for the next season. I'm really excited for the next season. That'll be soon. Rain Whispers from the Owl House. I love them so much. They're Ida's romantic partner, in case you didn't know. Which is why I'm not sure if Ida is bisexual or pansexual, but that's not for here. I really love Rain, though. Their palisman's a fox as well, which I love. They met Ida when they were in school, and they started dating when they were older, but then, like, they thought they were going down different paths, so they broke up with Ida and then joined the Bard Coven, and then became the head of the Bard Coven, but it was actually all, like, a what's it called, a double agent thing, because they're basically a double agent going against Bellows, trying to, like, stop him from killing all the witches, but they kind of fail. And then, like, they get turned into a puppet by the Collector, like I said earlier, so, yeah. And then Bellows takes over their body, and then they get saved by Ida, and then they stomp on Bellows to death. There's more to it than that, but that's the gist of it. But if you're curious and haven't seen Yellow House, definitely go watch it. I love Rain a lot. I'm going against what I said before, but Double Trouble from She-Ra. So, they're not a human, and they're a shapeshifter, and I know I just said that I don't like that, but Double Trouble's awesome, so screw you. They were the first non-binary character I ever saw, so definitely deserve to be ranked high. They are so cool. They did shapeshift into a fairy to, like, be a double agent for, the Horde against the Princess Alliance. And, Florina's pronouns were she, her, but once they found out that they were a shapeshifter and a spy, they started using the correct pronouns. And they actually did say they, them quite a couple times, so that was cool as well. Not as many times as I'd like, though, but still. Anyway. Nimona from Nimona. Now, I know technically they're not, but I count Nimona as a gender fluid character because they literally say they're not a girl many times. And they're a shapeshifter, and, like, the whole movie's kind of a metaphor for being against the LGBT community, to be fair. So, Nimona's a shapeshifter, I know, but at least they're a humanoid in their primary form. And they want to be a villain, which is funny, and they become Ballister's sidekick. But Ballister's been framed for killing the queen, so they have to try and figure out who did it, and it was actually the director, her name is. Well, that's not her name, but that's what she is. So, anyway, people it gets controversial because they, like, take a video of the director admitting that she killed the queen, but then she says it was Nimona because they're a shapeshifter. And then, like, it gets to the point where, like, people are trying to kill Nimona just for existing and saying that they're scared of them. And then it gets to the point where they start to believe this so much that they actually become a giant monster and rampage for the city, but they don't kill anyone because that's not what they want to do. They want to kill themselves. This is true, by the way. This actually happened. This bit really got me. I was so upset watching this. They try to kill themselves on a big, huge spike thing in a building, like, going right for their heart, but then Ballister just stops them before it happens and tells them that, like, that they don't see them, that he doesn't see them as a monster. I wonder what that means. But then the director's about to blow up the whole city to save everyone, so Nimona sacrifices themselves to save everyone, but it teased at the end that they survived, so that's pretty funny. I was kind of saying up for a sequel, but we haven't really had an announcement for that yet. I don't know why, though, because it was nominated for an Oscar. That's one of the highest honors an animated film can have. And, fun fact, Disney cancelled Nimona, but Netflix saved it. So, here's another gift for you, Disney. But anyway, I'm going to end that there. That was my ranking of non-binary and gender-fluid characters. Let me know who your favorite is in the comments down below. And if there are any characters I missed, let me know, because I'll be sure to check them out. But I'll see you next time for my aromantic and asexual ranking. Bye! Hi, Beebs from the future again. Literally, like, a few minutes after I just fixed my trans video. Yeah, there's another one. Chai from Moon Girl as well, the same episode. Again, I have only seen the one episode, but I love Chai as well. They deserve to be in the S tier as well. I'm excited to know more about them. I love their voice as well. Their voice, I instantly clicked they were non-binary. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, because I literally said everything I wanted to say in the trans video that I redid, but yeah, we're gonna have to I'm gonna add, I forgot to say it, but I'm gonna add the picture in post-production so that it looks like they're there the whole time. We're just gonna roll with it, so I'm sorry. I forgot to say that in the last one, but yeah. So you're gonna see past me again in a couple of minutes, but yeah, sorry about that.